Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am here with my husband. I was of course going to do this video solo dolo, but then I realized since we're both home today, we can actually film today because we actually film on different days. Like I'll film when he's at work and he'll film when I'm at work, because when we have our one day off that's together, because we only have one day off together typically, except for today, then we like to spend that together and like doing all the things. So we just try to take care of our own personal stuff when the other one is at work. Anyway, today we're gonna be talking about our money plan moving forward. We have a lot of expenses for which I would like to go over those today. So you're gonna need your phone, so I may need you to do some calculations. Okay. I don't need calculations now.
I was ready to calculate.
So coming up, we have a lot of things going on. First of all, we have a medical bill for him. We have a medical bill for me. We have a car repair, and then we have our car insurance. I will say that like all of these bills came in at the same time, pretty much within like the same week, or we were anticipating them all around the same time. And it was far more stressful when we had our tax bill, but probably by the time that you guys see the video, our tax bill, which is nearly $13,000, would have already come out of our account. So that's gonna be like a stressor that is, you know, no longer a stressor as of right now. So we're not really going to include that. We're just going to be talking about all those bills that came in at the same time within like the same week we can have. And your girl was kind of stressed, but I've kind of come up with a plan. And so I want to run that by my husband, see what his input is, so we can kind of move forward with that plan. Because when we're talking about such expenses, then obviously this has to be a group effort and a group decision. Okay, so as we all know, we pay our car insurance premium in full every 6 months, and we do this to save money. We save about $800 per year or $400 per premium by paying it in full. So that came in, and that normally comes in around May because it's due in June. So they do start sending out the premiums and the bills in the previous month, Progressive anyway. So that came in, and then we had a situation with our car. The emblem on the front of our new car is messed up, and that actually controls cruise control, lane assist, and all types of other stuff. And so when I took that in to get looked at, I was pleasantly or not so pleasantly surprised at the amount that that repair was going to be. Also, his medical bill had come in from the beginning of the year, and then also I had a medical bill come in from last year, and it's because the like ER department actually processes their claims and whatnot at a much slower rate. So all of that has your girl shook, and anyway, I have devised a plan, and so now I want to talk through that plan today. Okay, so according to my calculations,
you were about to calculate, and
but no, I've already calculated, so I'm just saying hold that in case I need it. So his medical bill is $17.90, and then my medical bill is $552. So I have structured our June budget to be able to cash flow these expenses. So we'll still be able to do our regular investing.
I'm doing my own calculations.
So what you need that calculation for?
Just to keep it in my head.
I've already done our June budget just to kind of get a look at it to see if we would even be able to cash flow these expenses, or to see which expenses we'd be able to cash flow. So in June, do you have the app?
Do you know how much medical expenses we had?
I do.
That you just said? What's the total?
$2,342.
You just looked at my calculations.
Well, you want to know why I know what it is? Because I already put it.
But you didn't have that open. Just
it's right here.
You didn't have it.
You can look at mine.
That ain't every dollar.
Yeah, but yours ain't working. You can look at mine. So I have our June budget pulled up, and I've created a budget that looks pretty similarly to every other budget. And it would still allow for us to put $2,000 towards retirement, which would be $1,000 toward our joint brokerage and $500 towards both of our Roth IRAs. And it then would also allow for us to take care of or cash flow the medical bills. So as for June, my thought is that we take care of the medical bills since they are the most urgent of all of the expenses. What are your thoughts?
Wait, what did you just say?
My thought would be that since the medical bills are kind of urgent and is the only thing that we really need to pay more. It's like, I feel like it's more important that we pay that or those before we get the car repaired or before we pay our car insurance in full. Because really we just do that because we want to, or to save money. So that would be my thought. What are your thoughts?
I'm with that.
You're with what?
We're paying the medical bills first.
In June?
Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, my next thought is that in July, because it's a 5 paycheck month for you and a 3 paycheck month for me, which means that we would have an additional like $2,000 or more to play with, which I've included that in our July budget. I was thinking that at that point we could actually do both things. We could pay our car insurance in full, and then we could also pay for the car repair. I did get a quote for the car repair. FYI, the car insurance is $16.45 if we pay for it in full. And if we do that, then we of course save $400.
Is there a deadline for that?
For what?
For the car insurance.
Yeah, it has to be
to be bundled.
Yeah, you gotta pay it. You gotta make the payment up front before you start, like, or if you could.
For the first month of the next whatever.
Because if you start making monthly payments, then you don't get the discount. So, I guess my real question is, so car insurance is $16.45, and then the car repair is actually $16.55, but if we take advantage of the 10% discount, then it could be as low as $14.90. This 10% discount expires in 30 days.
Say, is that a coupon?
It expires in 30 days, but they'll send us another one. So just worst case scenario, $16.55. Best case scenario, $14.90.
That could be less.
The car?
The car repair.
Agreed, but my question then is, should we just do them both in July since it's a higher income month? Let's see how much money. Yeah, it's a higher income month, or should we postpone it further or not worry about it, or what are your thoughts?
I guess depending on how we look in July.
Well, that's how we're looking in July.
Oh, this is July? Okay,
yeah.
This is July.
Yes. Oh, and if we do both of those in July, then we would still have almost $500 left over.
If we do both of them?
If we do both, we'll have about $500 left over.
Alright, let's do it.
Or do you want to like push it back even further? The car I'm not really worried about. That's whatever, like the car is not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not like, I've never had lane assist and all that other stuff that the emblem controls anyway, so I'm not really like in a huge rush to get it repaired, but it does have to be repaired. And by the way, the emblem is cracked on the front of our 2021 Toyota, and to get it replaced with all the parts that are needed is $1,200, and the repair is like $440. So yeah, you don't want to mess that up. Not only is it going to be cosmetic because it just looks crazy, but it's also going to be mechanical in that it's just going to shut down if that emblem is messed up. So I guess my question is, do you have anything, or do we know of anything coming up in the 450? What?
I'm about to fix my truck.
Yes.
So that'd be that $500.
I was thinking selling that, but
no, I'm not selling that.
So how much is it to fix your truck?
Like $300.
What's 300?
The starter.
That's what's wrong with it?
Mm-hmm.
How you know?
That's what it did.
I don't know. I haven't seen or heard from that truck in months. I don't know what's wrong with it. So you're thinking we should spend the rest of it on your truck and just knock out all of our big expenses and knock out all of our big expenses in July. One thing that I was thinking of is if we continue with Lady's training, her dog training, we'll finish in June, so she'll start the next round in July if we go right into it. I don't really know how much that is. I assume if it's level 2, it's going to be more than the level 1, so maybe like a couple $100.
She can wait for level
so she can wait for her training, and she would do that like August or something moving forward. Can I ask what you're looking at?
Just scroll. Looking at everything. Is it wrong to scroll?
No, I'm just wondering if there's anything I can help you with specifically.
No, I was just looking at scroll.
Also, I want to add that if we do all of that and then we move into August, with August being like a regular month for our income and all of that, then we would go back to having about $3,000 to $3,200 worth of discretionary income, because we do save for taxes, for business taxes each month. So that would kind of like sort of be paused. We wouldn't need to add more to that fund until we took care of this major stuff. But we would go back to saving what we need for taxes, and I get this number based on how much we owe each year. So I just divide that number by 12, if that makes sense. So we would go back to saving for taxes heavy in August, and then that leaves $2,000, which we could put towards retirement, of course, because that's what our minimum amount is. And then I was thinking that amount would be like what's left over, and we could plan to do with it what we need to do. Of course, student loans will come out of forbearance in September, so I'm taking that into consideration. But just FYI, our budget would go back to being like our regular budget in August, and we wouldn't have thousands of dollars worth of expenses, of course, which is impacting our financial independence and success, but not really, because we have to take care of this stuff. It's just like in my way.
So what are we doing about the student loans?
Like I want those need to be gone by the end of the year. So the plan would be to be like going super hard up until the end of the year to pay those off. The next big thing that we have coming up, just FYI, is of course paying off his student loans. The forbearance ends in September, and no payment has been due or no interest has been accruing this whole time. So it's kind of like we'll just kind of pick back up, you know, after, assuming that they don't get extended or there's not another forbearance. I'm assuming that there probably won't be. So the plan would be to pick back up with that after we take care of all this other extra stuff and have those paid off, especially by the end of this year, because I don't know if I can go another year being bothered with those. Okay, so that is our plan for moving forward. Again, I normally always can create or craft a pretty decent plan, but obviously it's not just my money, it's our money, so we always have to kind of chat and consult back and forth when we're talking about such large purchases as this. Some of the other smaller purchases are kind of like whatever, like let's just do it, you know, like a lawnmower or some of the other things that are maybe like a couple $100s. But when we're talking about thousands, and especially if we're talking about things that aren't super important, like our car repair, then we just like to chat it out and just figure out a solid plan, because we always want to have a solid plan for our money. And normally I have our budget kind of like mapped out for the next 2 months. So like as May, I already know what June and July are going to look like for sure. So that is it for this video. Just wanted to talk that through with all parties involved. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.